This is a Headgum podcast.
And we're back. We're back once again.
Yes.
We on camera this time. Do you see these cameras?
Look at these cameras. Look at
cameras.
us. I got my makeup done. I'm feeling right.
Yes, we have on our own camera sweats. We got on our own camera sweats.
Everyone got sweatpants on.
Everybody got sweats now. Last week, we bragged so much about being in the studio 2 weeks ago, and then last week due to foreseen circumstances.
Very planned
circumstances. I had to travel to Canada to shoot a TV show. We're doing big things out here.
Big things. Carl. How was that? How was Canada? Was it tight out there?
It was cold. It was wet and rainy, and it was a good time. It's Vancouver, Pacific Northwest, so it's like Portland.
Okay. Dope. Was glad to have you back, man.
We're back in the studio. Yeah. We ain't never leaving again until 2 weeks from now when I will have to be back in Canada again. But until then, we in the studio. We got cameras. We on TV.
I tell you what, man, we got something special today. This is a different podcast than normal. Why is this different?
This is different because we got a special guest in the building. We got the specialist of guests. Lamar, why don't you tell us who this is?
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this guest. She's my homegirl. We met at Brooklyn Nine-Nine working on that season. It was a wild time. Yeah, and she put me on the Gossip Girl, that's for real. So I knew when we did this podcast, I had to get her on because she got so much to say about it. So what we're going to do is bring my girl straight from Minneapolis. She was a co-producer on this new Apple TV series called Loot. She's doing an adaptation memoir for Disney. She's doing big things. She is killing y'all right now. Give it up for my girl, April Quioh. Let's go. What's happening?
Up? I'm in the studio.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. This is crazy.
So happy to be here, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
My favorite show.
So you got a movie coming out on Disney. Can I please play the bumbling school PE teacher? Y'all get to class.
Y'all get to class. He's having an affair with one of the students. Absolutely.
Oh wow.
I can do that for you.
That's a different
genre.
This is a different role for me.
Trying to get edgy, right?
Yeah.
I thought he wanted
Disney?
an Emmy.
Well, this must be Disney. This must be Disney XD.
Yeah, they getting real edgy over there. Oh man, but I tell you what. So hey, I guess we can ask you, what's your relationship with Gossip Girl, April? What do you think?
Okay, let's get into it. So I watched Gossip Girl from the very beginning. Yeah. It was my favorite show. So basically, it was heavily marketed to me because at the time I was the same age as Jenny Humphrey. Season 1 is about 14. So every magazine, they're like, "You gotta watch this." And if I don't know, you probably do not remember this at all, but their marketing campaign was like, "Parents do not want you to watch this. Like, these kids are bad. They're doing drugs.
Yeah,
they're drinking." And I was like, "I'm absolutely tuning in," like from the very beginning. And I loved it. I loved it so much. I always argue with people that show is legitimately a good show and should not be considered like a guilty pleasure. It's genuinely good until later you'll get there and then we'll talk about it at that point. But for now, it's a great show. And yeah, I'm obsessed. I have a lot of strong feelings about the reboot. We don't have to get into that.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. What did you like the OC too, or did you not watch the OC?
I dabbled a little bit in the OC, but it didn't have the like glamour that Gossip Girl gives me because I'm like I'm a fashion girl. Yeah. I like lip gloss. Like that's what really got me is like clothes and shoes. You know?
Yeah, it's fly. Like, I thought the same thing. Like, OC is so like, I'm wearing a t-shirt and I'm coming. Like this is like, hey, we out here stepping out. Yeah, they was wilding this whole season. This Chuck Bassett outfits have. We're gonna talk about Chuck Bassett outfits. We're gonna do a whole nother podcast about the fashion on the show because
that's wonderful.
Yeah. But Carl, man, I got a spotted for your ass.
Hold on, we got a shot. We have some new people in the building today.
Oh yeah,
of course we got our very favorite AK-47 behind the boards. AK, did you have a good week? Are you happy to be back in the studio?
I'm just happy to see y'all's faces.
Come on, man.
That's the truth.
Then we also got Clay.
Casey.
Clay is here.
Yeah, we fucking up names.
Clay Quioh.
What's going on today?
Clay Quioh is here.
Oh my
Casey
God.
is here. He's the one that's got us on this video that y'all can see us, how we get down, how we talk. Lamar, you said you had a big spotter for me. So
I'm I got excited. A spotter for your ass. Everybody, pull your cars over if you're listening in the car. I don't know what you're doing, but check it out. I was at, so my cousin hit me up. She's like, want to get some dinner or whatever. So I said, let's go hit my spot, Blair's. That's my spot, get some pasta or whatever. So we go up in there and I see this dude, right? And he's got on like a blue suit. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? He looking good as fuck, you know what I'm saying? checking this motherfucker out. So then I'm like, okay, and my cousin, she's like, okay, can we sit outside because I think she was still feeling, she hadn't really been out yet with the COVID shit. So I'm like, oh, it's all good. Don't even trip, you know? Because, you know, I'm just happy to see you. We still alive. We made it. So let's go outside, right? And of course, they sit us right next to Blue Suit, man. So I'm like, man, who is that, right? So I look, and guess who it was? Motherfucking Carter Bazin up in that motherfucker. Yeah.
My God.
What's his real name?
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking,
my God.
Captain America's homie.
Let's go.
Pam and Tommy's homie.
Pam and Tommy's homie.
Yeah.
He had to be a homie if they put him in the show.
Yeah.
They had to at least get to know him a little bit.
Yeah, they'd probably be friends with him, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, and he was, well, I mean, I don't want to put his business out there, but he was with a very nice lady. And they were eating spaghetti or
Did
whatever.
she look as good as him in the blue suit?
Yeah, no, nobody has looked good as he did in that blue suit. I can tell you that. No, she was very attractive as well. They definitely was like, it was like, this is a celebrity.
Yeah.
These are a celebrity couple right here. And I told my cousin, I said, man, I was losing my shit. I'm like, yo, cuz, that's Carter Bazin right there. And she's like, who the fuck is that?
Wait, off
She had
camera,
no idea, yeah.
off mic, will you tell me who he's dating? Because I do need to know.
All right, cool, I'll tell you.
Just for my own personal
you
use.
recognize it was a
No,
recognizable person?
I didn't know who she was, but she would. It didn't look like someone famous. It just looked. I mean, but maybe. But
Okay.
if I didn't know, but she was like. It looked like from my. This is just me as a person watching. It looked like they was not on like maybe like a first or second date. Like,
Okay.
It didn't feel like they was like locked in. But
Okay.
I don't know.
Interesting observation. Okay.
Yeah. That was just my me peeping the game, but I have no idea though.
That's crazy.
That's an
I
amazing
tell
spot.
you, I was like, oh, I can't wait to tell these motherfuckers because Carter Bazin, we've been waiting for him to come back on the show because he's kind of hasn't been around the last few episodes.
Yeah, I don't know what he looks like. If he walked in here right now, I wouldn't know who he was. Like, Clay, get this man out of here.
You would. Well, the funny thing is, I'm losing my mind because I've been watching him because I watched Captain America, so I've been watching him before I was watching Gossip Girl. So I'm thinking that's the homie from Captain America and Gossip Girl, but that don't make sense logically because that happened first.
That's
That's her. Who is it?
Her name's Alejandra Onieva.
Wow, that's
Alejandra
tight. That
Onieva.
feels like.
Sounds like she plays tennis.
Yeah, is she a tennis
Okay.
player?
She's a Spanish actress.
Oh, okay.
They've been
Ooh.
together for 2 years.
Oh,
Okay, so I put her on blast. So
the
we
chemistry is waning in their relationship.
I know, yeah, it felt like a first date.
Oh no, they're so drifted apart. What's going on?
But maybe I was projecting my own shit onto them. But I tell you what, that was kind of tight. That shit is crazy, yo.
That's a spotted for your ass right there. Spotted. April, you said you had a spotted too.
I have a good spotted.
Okay,
Very
come on now. Hit us
relevant
with it. Hit us
to our
with it.
purposes. Okay, so I was at my favorite cafe in my neighborhood. It's called Highly Likely. I was on my way out. I see none other than Jessica Zor, Miss Vanessa.
Wow.
You bullshitting.
You saw Vanessa?
I saw
2007
her.
Zendaya?
I saw her last week, 2007 Zendaya.
Oh, man, that's a triple-double
her.
spotted.
Green eyes and all. She had the coolest outfit on. And I was so excited. And I got genuinely nervous. And it's like, I've lived in LA a long time. We all work in TV.
Yeah.
You know what it is. Honestly, my heart skipped a beat when I saw her.
Wow.
I love her.
Tight.
I
yeah,
love her. She
she's
looks so
dope.
cool.
Yeah, she's one of the dopest
That means
characters
it's
on
only
the
a
show.
matter of time before I run into Big Roof Dog. And
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I'm gonna give him the biggest bear hug. Boy, I'm gonna pick him
just
out.
like his ass.
I'm gonna Big Roof Dog. He'll be like, who are you, sir?
Yeah.
I
He's
love
like,
that guy.
Sir, please, sir, you're too strong. You're hurting me, sir. Sir, you're hurting me.
Oh man, you saw Zendaya, 2007 Zendaya. I saw Carter
Absolutely.
Bazin. Man, we out here in these streets,
Man,
man.
I ain't seen nobody.
This is a beautiful Sunday. I mean, whatever day it is, I don't know. But
Friday.
man, I can't believe it, man. But this episode on top
This
of it,
episode, speaking of Vanessa, she
Yeah.
did something in this episode that I was like, Vanessa, what you doing? It was crazy. Oh my gosh. Are my levels messing up, AK? Am I yelling too
really
much?
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woman on the Verge. This
Wonderful.
episode, okay, this season is winding down. We only got 2 more episodes left in the whole season. And let me tell you something. I don't say this very often, April. I never say this.
Okay.
But this episode right here, it was a humdinger. I
Oh,
got to say it was a
never says
humdinger.
that. Man, I was like, if he don't say this a humdinger, I'm gonna be like, when are you gonna say episodes a humdinger? Because you never say
I never
that
say
shit.
it. I never say it. Okay, so this episode starts off. We got Harry the spy trying to get in touch with Serena. She calling her all damn day. Harry the spy is calling her all day. She's like, Serena.
Friends hang out, Serena. We should hang out. I think about a lot of her line readings because this was 2007. To this day, certain lines she says in characters, Georgina, have stayed with me.
Yeah.
Her performance is haunting. I don't know what she's doing.
Nightmares.
It's
Georgina.
It's
genuinely terrifying.
I said Harry the spy is getting it in on this show.
In the middle of the street too, just on the phone, like get out the street, Georgina.
People were on. It's New York, the most trafficked place on the planet. She's just walking across the street on her flip phone. Serena, her friends hang out. So they cut to Big Roof Dog and Dan. They talking, having their father-son moment. Definitely making me long for moments with my dad like this.
Yeah,
like,
I know it was like he's playing the guitar. They having that fun banter back and forth. I was like, man. Fathers.
It's triggering for
judgmental
sure.
though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Dad, shut up! You do be being mean.
Yeah,
is the best dad on the planet.
He's like, you're a has-been. It's like you're so disrespectful. That's so true.
Like, bro,
you can't get mad at Lil J when she be getting disrespectful.
Yeah,
she wasn't even in this episode though. Where the hell was Lil J this whole time?
I know.
They did call and say she was at her mom's house.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's funny. I didn't even peep that. Like that's. So at least she's out. At least the mom Allison is doing something. Like I don't know what the fuck going on with Allison, but she need to get it together.
Because you guys have seen Allison at this point, right? When she came in, and she's like having the affair.
Yeah.
Messy bitch. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Allison was something. Also, they picked a woman who looked like Kroger brand Lily Vanderwood, like to play her. Like that shit is so funny.
Damn.
So Dan's telling Big Roof Dog that he's having trouble with Serena and they're not going well. Things are not going well. She won't talk to him. She won't do anything. And now she's not answering her phone. And then Vanessa is going to be Big Roof Dog's roadie at his concert.
Yeah.
That's what we learn in the next scene.
Right.
So Nate pulls up on her and asks, like, when they go, she asks, like,
when you go? Yeah, when we gonna go out? Yeah.
And he was like, well, how about tonight? I'll come to a place that can't be a real date because you're gonna be working. Because you're gonna be pulling equipment out of Big Roof Dog's truck.
Yeah, Vanessa really just like ain't got no friend. Like, what is her life? Like, I don't understand. She's like, I got shit to do. I'll help you with your concert.
I'm hanging out with Rufus.
Yeah, I'll be with Rufus tonight. Like,
Rufus is genuinely her best friend in this world.
Yeah.
Think about it.
And I mean, as of this season, those two are my two favorite characters on the show.
It makes
Rufus
sense.
and Vanessa. That's so interesting. They're on their whole other show, a separate show. Rufus has this one song that he sings throughout the series. You'll see him many times sing that song in full.
Oh my god!
And every time you walk away, I walk away. It's still in my head years later.
That shit was jamming.
Man. We jumping ahead. We ain't getting to
Okay, I'm sorry.
Man, no, because it's okay. But because you brought that up, I was dying because they had Lisa Loeb singing her real song.
Yeah,
Lisa Loeb singing her real shit.
Today,
you say
I'm only here when I want to. With the same glasses after 30 years. I love her. Yes.
And I'm like, Lisa Loeb is in this shit. Then Rufus gets every time take a little piece of okay.
Oh my god.
The best.
That whole concert, I was like, please give me tickets to this concert. I was like, please, I want to go to this shit. This sounded like a lit 90s
I have
throwback.
loved Big Roof Dog this whole season, but that shit, I was like, oh, hell no, Big Roof. You could have had, the drummer was like drumming like this. Like he was not playing the drum. Like they could have just put a wig on Lisa Loeb's drummer.
Yeah, it's something. It's funny too. We've been talking about soul sisters so much that it did for a second. I was like, please say soul. See, he's like, hey, soul sister.
Yeah.
Like I was like, if he would have, it would have like blew my mind. But of course,
I would have gone ham out of it.
Oh man,
that was great. So, but he gets a phone call. Nate gets a phone call when he's with Vanessa, but he keeps the date. I'm like, don't you break Vanessa's heart, Nate. I like Nate too, but
and this is his broke era, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I remember this.
Broke, he get on the subway.
Yeah. That's probably why he's going
like
on this free date. Yeah. Broke. Okay.
Broke ass Nate. Broke ass Nate Archibald. So he gets to leave. So then Dan pulls up to the Vanderwoodson spot. Serena didn't come home. Chuck Bass is back. He being an asshole. He wasn't in the last episode.
Yeah, he's
This
back at
episode,
it.
He's like, and Dan goes, "Have you seen Serena?" And he goes, "I've seen a lot of
Serena. Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh,
bro, I'm
Chuck.
looking for my
Ass
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck always got something to say.
Chuck.
Someone's gonna slap him one day.
Yeah.
Oh, just tune in. Just keep watching.
Oh man. So then he gets a phone call. Same type of phone call that Nate got. And they both end up at Blair's house. But they get there and Dorota walk in and is like, Miss Blair's not here. Like she ain't got there yet. Dorota's
Right.
there.
And he's there like, what the fuck is this? So it looked like a set. I didn't know what was actually, honestly, was mad confused. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But then, so basically Blair was like, both of y'all meet me here. We got some situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So Dan pulls up. So Harry is still trying to find Serena, but she runs into Dan and switches into Sarah mode, which is killing me.
Psychotic, completely psychotic. She's kept it up for many episodes at this point.
Yeah. Like, it's
how does
crazy.
she do this?
Yeah.
And
When you first saw it, were you like, wait, how did you feel? Were you just like, damn, is just dumb as hell for like falling for this? Or were you like,
I thought Dan is dumb as hell. And I also thought that he's just not paying attention because this happens in this episode too where other people are like, hey, Sarah. And he's just like, there's got to be an explanation for this.
Yeah.
Georgina.
Like, no.
You're like,
She just
huh?
called you Georgina.
Yeah.
He's so dumb.
He's like, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Even the scene that we're talking about where she like did the little half step. I love that shit when you do that. When you see somebody you're not supposed to see, do that half step turn around.
Yeah.
And then she's like,
Took her glasses
like,
off.
oh shit, no.
Let me take the Gucci's off.
Yeah.
She think I'm broke. Let me take the Gucci. But he would pick up, like, knowing his dumb ass.
She's like, oh shit, these glasses are too rich.
Yeah.
Knowing his dumb ass, he would pick up on that
Yeah.
without picking up on the fact that she's a fucking scam artist.
Right,
He'd be like,
right.
oh, those Gucci glasses, but I thought you didn't have any money.
Don't you live in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
You have a job named Georgie.
Yeah. Man, this shit is crazy. So Dan pulls up. Oh, we already got there. Harriet the spy. So she sees him, and then he gets a phone call on his phone. It says Serena. So he picks it up. He goes, oh my God, where are you? Everybody always answers the phone. I still say hello. Even if you were to call me. If I see Lamar Woods pop up on my phone, I still go, hello.
Right,
I'm glad you're bringing this up. People just launch into the conversation.
Yeah.
You don't know what's really going on.
Oh,
like,
Thank God.
Thank
I have
God.
such bad diarrhea.
You're like, sir?
Boss?
Yeah.
Sir? Mr. Snickers? I work for the Snickers Corporation.
it's such a trope. I was watching Bridget Jones' Diary last night, and that happens where her mom calls and she's like, oh, how, like, no, I'm sorry. She doesn't know who's calling, but she answers and she's like, it's Bridget Jones, like, sex goddess. And her mom's like, Bridget? And she's like, oh, I didn't. It was like, why would you just go for that? The stakes are so high.
Just say
It's all the
hello.
time.
Like,
Hello.
pay attention.
Good evening. There are ways to answer the phone. It ain't that.
But what he said, that it was a guy from the bar, basically, like, someone left his phone here.
Yeah, this girl left her phone here. She walked out with two guys, and she was drunk, and she... It's like, okay, sir, you really divulging everything.
Yeah, that's a lot of information you just gave me.
That was
on
Law and
phone.
Order level.
Yeah,
He's wearing a
He should be
blouse.
fired for that shit. He's like, yo, and she left with two guys. It was crazy, man. I hope that's not your girlfriend. You better do
I hope
something
not
about
your
that.
girlfriend, because you a real chump.
Yeah,
That's your girlfriend, because she
yeah.
walked out there with two dudes.
Yeah.
Both of them
girlfriend's
look
a
fine as
slut.
fuck.
Yeah.
They were chanting. They were walking out chanting. We about to fuck. We about to fuck.
I was like, man, I bet she got a loser ass boyfriend who don't know where she is right now.
Anyway, hello, y'all gonna come get this phone?
Yeah.
After you say all of that.
Yeah. So you're still gonna come get it, right? Because we're gonna close that in 2 minutes. But
Yeah, we gotta go to lunch.
so yeah, man, that meant to threw Dan for a loop. I felt so bad for Dan. His whole app, he was just
Man,
it was rough, man.
Dan got the raw end this episode, but he also pissed me off at the end. Like,
oh yeah,
Yep.
we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to
that
it.
was dang, we're all over the place.
all over the place.
Hey, this episode was just so crazy.
Just, we had to do this a couple episodes ago, where it was just like the episode was like too good and too fast, and we was just like everything. Is all over
Yeah,
the place.
there's so much to talk. It's like, how can I not talk about that
I
thing?
know.
Again, to the listeners, I hope and pray that y'all are watching the episode before y'all listen to this podcast. I hope you're not trying to watch along, because it ain't gonna be in order today. Today we putting the jelly on before we put the peanut butter.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's a
Everybody
beautiful
knows
analogy.
you always put the peanut
You
butter
put the
on
peanut
first.
butter on
Have to.
first. It's the harder thing to spread, and then you just put the jelly on there like plat.
It's really important. That was really brave what you just did. That was really brave.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
So they back to
We get a round of applause at Anya. Okay. All right, what happened next, Carl?
Oh my god.
They put they go back to Blair's house, and Serena in the elevator all fucked up. And Nate and Chuck are there, and Chuck being creepy, like looking at her while she take her shirt off.
Oh
and
my
shit.
God.
And then,
Like, bro, this is a serious situation right now.
He's like, like it's like Chuck, man, come on, man. But he did say something funny in this episode that had me rolling.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, basically, like when they was all like going around saying what they did bad.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm Chuck Bass.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. You can tell us, Serena. So Big Roof Dog looking at his poster on the wall, and then like he's waxing nostalgic over the poster, and they cut to Lily talking to some dude in an interview, and she took that picture, and this dude is on her head. He is all up in her shit. He's like, so I'm looking at this picture of Big Roof Dog. You was in love with him, right? I can tell by the composition of this picture. She's like, what? No, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, you stopped taking pictures after you took this picture last week. You must have been in love with him. You must have broke his heart, right? That's what you did, huh?
I've been working on this story for 10 years.
That was so messy. That's why so many celebrities don't do press anymore, because you walk in and talk about your art, and they're like, so you wanted to have sex with him? Is that why you took the picture?
This looks like a picture we
messy.
Yeah. So I noticed that you shot from an up angle, and we could see all of Big Roof Dog's package in this picture. You shot that on purpose, right? You wanted to smash. This shit was crazy.
Man. But yeah, Lily was in her bag. She was like, yeah, whatever. She kind of was like, yeah, you're right.
Then Dan shows up. Dan pulls up, and he was like, oh, Miss Fender was in. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. She's like, no, I've never been happier in my life to see you.
Yeah.
I've never been happier in my life. And then she says, Serena's at Blair's. And so Dan shows up at Blair, and they all being weird.
Yeah, like, what the fuck going on? The whole gang is up there.
And he's like, hold on, man. All of y'all hate each other. Which is why I'm like, bro, you are a smart dude. Like there's so many moments of him being smart. In this episode, he was being so dumb at times.
Yeah, very true.
I just didn't get it. And he said they're like, listen, Serena don't want to see you, and they're all standing there in cahoots.
Yeah. Look at them, like they all took the cookie out of the cookie jar. What? He's like, I don't believe y'all.
So he started trying to go. I was like, hold on, man. Like, you can't just be barging in my house. Yeah. You telling me I can't see my girlfriend? Like, no, she don't want to see you right now. Yeah. He just be barging in the house like that, and he trying to get in there, but then she starts walking down the stairs.
Yeah, she's like, you say only here when I want to. Yeah, she goes, oh man, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
All right, Carl, I want to ask you this, and April this. Okay. When she said I cheated on you, did you believe her right there?
No.
Did you believe it?
No, not at all.
I kind of forgot. I was like, damn, did she cheat on him? But I was like,
she wouldn't have told him.
Yeah, that's true. It was kind of crazy that she would just like that she would just confess that quick about it.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was heartbreaking. Dan had that choke, the little cry ball in the throat.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, oh, fuck.
That was a good line read, too. He goes, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
So good.
That's funny. I have my notes. I literally wrote, I'm done. Quotes.
I always think about that.
As soon as he gets in Blair's elevator, who pops up on his phone? Harriet, the spy.
Yeah.
She immediately
perfect
pops up.
Time,
like, perfect time. I'm like, this show be having that perfect time.
Always.
It's always something just like that. And she's like, well, you want to get in the park and talk about it? And he's like, actually, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
No.
He needs friends. That would solve so many plots on this show. He's like, I have to talk about my relationship with this stranger. I have to.
You got Vanessa and Big Roof Dog, the best listening dad on the planet.
So true.
Oh my God.
He was but Big Roof Dog was trying to give him advice in the first scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he didn't want to hear it. Or I guess he kind of took it, but it was like, he was basically like, you're judgmental. Stop judging everybody. But then he probably was like, well, it sounds like I should be because he cheated on me. In his mind, that's what he's thinking. But Georgina
was like, I ain't raised no bitch ass, judgmental ass.
Stop being judging my
bitch ass dude. Like,
can't stand your ass.
Man, I should have. Man, you finna go to your mom's house. I'm sick of you.
He's like, go live with your mama up in the clouds, wherever the hell she is.
In the mountains, naked.
I said, hit you with this guitar like a wrestler. But
I'm just like trying to picture it. Rufus is like weak arms, assaulting.
All right,
take that. It just hurts.
But I could. You can see it in his mind. It's funny to watch a dad be like, because like Harriet is probably look good, so he can tell he's like, all right, maybe.
Harriet like, do look good.
Yeah.
So Dorota calls Vanderwoodson, Lily, and goes, "You need to check on your daughter." And I'm like, "Okay, Dorota getting in." I remember y'all done told me that Dorota gonna have a big part in this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Is this where she started? Is this where her side of it started?"
It
Like-
started like because it was like that was the most lines I think I've seen her say, right? That was like a pretty big scene for Dorota. But this is just the beginning though. She's about to get it in.
Beautiful arc for Dorota, just wonderful.
Because when you realize it, it's like Dorota, like, let's be real, like, no disrespect to Mama Waldorf, but where she at? She out to lunch too.
Oh yeah, she's raising Blair.
Dorota is raising this girl. So
yes,
I think she's like, I got to do something because I can't just sit here and watch these teenagers get fucked up in the house.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta do something. And y'all know what Dorota's real name is, right?
the actress.
Yeah,
mm-mm.
Anya Konyeskova.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. She's been doing a couple new parts this season.
Much respect.
Shout out AK-47. Put in the gunshots right here. So back at Blair's, they go into the story about how Georgina, they're like, "What is Georgina got you? Like, what is going
Chuck
on?"
was cracking me up. He was like, "What did you do?"
What did you do? Then they was like, "We know Chuck lost his virginity to Georgina in the 7th grade." He was like, "It was the 6th, and I've been avoiding the bitch since." I was like, "God damn!"
This cat lost his virginity in the 6th grade.
The 6th grade.
That is nuts. But that was I didn't peep that last time. Last time I watched it, I didn't know that they lost their virginity together. Chuck and Georgina. That's kind of crazy. But I don't know if that ever comes back.
Because they're both crazy. They're both nuts.
That makes
He
sense.
just genuinely avoid her. Every other time she comes around, he's like, "And I'll see you guys later. I can't
like
stand
he
the
knows.
bitch."
He's like, I know this chick is crazy. I'm saying away. Yeah.
He can't stand her. That's crazy. It's funny seeing every time Chuck gets weak in this show. It's always like funny to me. Remember that smoothie he made in like the 2nd episode?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do.
Like Pellegrino and
Just
it was
powder,
green.
like-
It was like, what the fuck?
Oh my
So,
god.
oh yeah. So back at Blair, they go into the story about what Georgina has on. Georgina set up a sex tape. Then homeboy snorted the line of coke, and he seized up and died.
Yeah. So that was rough. That was wild. So that we finally get to see what happened.
Finally get to see what happened.
Yeah.
Finally get to see what happened on that thing. And this is also when Lily is watching the tape at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how we seen it because Lily's watching it, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
but
was
she
the same
doesn't see
time,
the
right?
whole thing at this point.
She shut it
She
down, but
shuts
then
it
we
off,
end up
yeah.
still seeing the whole thing.
Right.
Fucking
Wait,
crazy
so
shit.
Carl, what was your reaction to you heard I killed someone and then you found out what actually happened? What was your reaction? Because when I first saw it, I was like, you did not kill someone. You're being dramatic.
You didn't kill nobody.
No.
Or Georgina, did you watch Kevin Hart's True Story?
I don't think so.
On Netflix.
On Netflix?
All right. I can't. I'm not gonna spoil it if you haven't seen it.
Okay.
But what I thought when I first saw this, I said, Georgina set her up. Georgina, they was in, she drugged her, because you see how easy it was to drug her that first time she did it. She drugged her, she passed out, and then somebody else in the house died, and Georgina was like, you did this, but I got your back. That type of situation.
Plus, she was recording. She was making child porn of Serena.
Yeah.
Also setting her up to feel bad about this murder. Georgina's a full criminal.
Yeah. She should never be locked up.
They need to call the police.
And then this dude's dying. She's like, let me get the tape.
Mm-hmm.
Georgina's up to something. Because why is she setting this up anyway? I feel like that wasn't just for them to have a threesome with this dude.
Right. What was that?
Yeah.
I don't really understand. I think she's it seemed like she was trying to get a sex tape for her, to blackmail her anyway. You know what I mean?
Sure,
She was like, I'm gonna just get a sex tape on my friend just so I can have that shit.
Who thinks like that? Yeah.
Is this before Kim K or after Kim K?
Oh,
I think it's after, right?
When was Kim K? I think it's before.
Yeah.
I want to say Kim K was 2008. Let's see. Let's see how good my pop culture memory is. I want to say 2008.
If you get this right.
2007.
Oh,
wow.
It's the same time.
2007.
Wow. So they must have been in the writer's room let's put it in there.
That's a little behind the scenes for you.
It was March 2007, and this episode aired.
What if Anya's not typing? She's just hacked into the mainframe.
I don't know. It's like Minority Report. It's like, you put this here, right here.
Yeah, this was 2008. It was
2000.
Wife.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
So yeah, it's probably in the ether.
It was in either.
Absolutely.
You know, there had been sections
go to
before,
break, I
Pam
think.
and Tommy,
Pam and Tommy.
Carter Bazin. But yeah, Kim K one was like the first like viral sex tape. So before we go to this ad break, I'm gonna give this Gossip Girl quote because I liked it. Watch out, S. Just because you finally tell the truth doesn't mean there won't be consequences. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Okay, this product I gotta talk about again. This Athletic Greens, Carl, is killing me.
It's killing you.
It's killing me with kindness.
It's killing you with kindness
because it's so fucking good, bro. Every day I take this shit. I can't tell you how much. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I got health issues. My stomach hurts, my back hurts, my neck hurts. I'm tired all the time. I'm always asleep. But I started taking this Athletic Greens, and it's just really turned my life around. I swear to God, I'm not bullshitting.
I take the Athletic Greens myself. And it's so much easier for me because I don't feel like buying a bunch of vegetables, letting them go bad in my crisper. I need my crisper for, I don't even call it a crisper. I just learned that's what that's called. I call it the drawer.
Yeah, it's like the bottom drawer in the
bottom drawer in the refrigerator, and I fill that up with beer. And so
me too. I put beer in there. Yeah.
So I ain't got no place for vegetables.
Right.
So what Athletic Greens does is it saves so much space in my refrigerator because all it is a powder in this green container.
Right.
And I take a scoop and I put it in that very convenient Athletic Green shaker. And green is my favorite color. And this shade of green.
It's that
color.
forest green, like that plant behind you.
Yes. It's this color. But I ain't got to eat this plant because I drink Athletic Greens. And this plant is inside of that. Yeah. And we want y'all to have the same.
You ever be
benefits.
like, when you be in biology class, you'd be like, man, they keep talking about chlorophyll. I'm like, man, I want to drink that.
I want to drink chlorophyll. And I stay in biology class. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I take a biology class and we talk about chlorophyll.
Let me just tell you also what's so dope about this thing. It's like no GMOs, you know what I mean? No nasty chemicals or artificial. Like, it's so organic and it still tastes good. Like, it tastes good. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it tastes like, you know what it kind of tastes like? Fruit Loops a little bit.
It tastes like a weird Fruit Loop.
Yeah.
And I'm saying weird because we got to be
like
real.
the green Fruit Loop.
We got to be, it tastes like the green Fruit Loop.
The healthiest of all Fruit Loops.
The healthiest Fruit Loop. It tastes like Whole Foods Fruit Loops. It tastes like Kashi Goleen if they have Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
That's I'm not saying that to diss it. I'm just being honest with y'all. I got to keep it real with the gossip royalty, okay? This is what it tastes like, but it's good for you. It's great. And the best part about it is that it costs less than $3 a day. You know how much vegetables cost? Especially if you want organic, stuff with no pesticides and things like that. It costs so much money. Well, Athletic Greens, less than $3 a day. You get all the vitamins and minerals, bone them stronger that you need in one glass of this.
It's so good. And right now it's time to reclaim your health. You know what I'm saying? Arm your immune system. Keep that shit popping. Keep it armed. You know what I mean? Get protected. And no need for a bunch of different pills or supplements, all that stuff they trying to sell you. You don't need none of that because you got your Athletic Greens, that AG. Let's go.
It's hard to take pills. I personally can't swallow them. I have to chew.
Me too. Okay, I'm bad at swallowing. I'll be like,
I'll be about to choke on a damn pill. Y'all gonna find me on my if it wasn't for Athletic Greens, you'd find me on my kitchen floor passed out with a pill stuck in my throat.
Oh my God.
So to make this easy,
that should save your life.
Athletic Greens is gonna give you a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you gotta do is visit athleticgreens.com/ohmygossip. That's athleticgreens.com/ohmygossip to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Some people got Geico. Some people got the General. We got Athletic Greens.
You know what I'm
it
saying?
doesn't help when you're in the car.
Like when I be driving, I ain't got no insurance. Then a cop pulled me over. He said, "Can I see your insurance, please?" And I said, "Smell my breath."
Yeah.
Athletic Greens.
And you hold up the jar and you go, Mentos, the fresh maker. And he goes, "That's Athletic Greens." And you go, "I know." And we're back to another episode of XOXO Gossip Kings. We got April with us.
The Gossip Queen.
Talking that shit. The Gossip Queen.
Thank you.
The inaugural guest on the show. We've never had a guest before.
Yeah.
This is the inaugural guest. Therefore, she is crowned the Gossip Queen.
Honored.
Referred to her as such.
Period.
Yeah, I think I got to give you credit I think you put me on a Gossip Girl.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that is really why I came here to announce that. Lamar and I were working together on a show. You were talking about the OC. I think you had just finished a rewatch. Yeah. And I was like, listen, if you like the OC, baby, let's talk about Gossip Girl. I would argue a much better show, better clothes, better acting than Queen Leighton Meester. Come on.
Right.
She is killing it.
I think she absolutely eats every role. I live for her. And so
She's great.
you watched, and here we are. So you're welcome.
Absolutely right. I got no problem. Because when she first told me, I was like, I don't know. I was a big OC fan. I was like, ain't no way. Fuck that Gossip Girl nonsense. But then I came back next day, face red as a motherfucker.
Yep.
Like, oh, April, you got me.
You humbled yourself.
I was saying humdinger back then. I was like, that show was a humdinger. My boy Carl Tart would say humdinger. But yeah, I just want to thank you because now I get to do a podcast about it. I'm making tons of money off of it.
So
we get paid $250,000 an episode on this show. And we give.
Yeah, I'll take you out to dinner
47.6% of our earnings, so she can do whatever it does she does with her money.
She has a big gambling problem. Like, it's a luck.
See, I like OC a lot because OC was on when I was in high school. This show, I've said this on the show before, but this show premiered like the fall I got to college.
Okay.
And so I didn't have like a good TV. Our TV was solely for Xbox. And we got one channel that came in clear, and it was the CW. Which this show came on, but at that time of night we weren't in watching TV. Like we were out, everybody on the quad and stuff like that.
Yeah,
watching the Step Show. I went to Black College.
Ooh,
and it's like Stomp VR every night.
Yeah, that's what I imagine. Yeah.
Cute dog.
We watched Reba during the day though.
Oh hell yeah,
Reba and Sex in the City.
Oh, okay. I could talk about that all day, baby.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we watched that.
Love my white women shows so much.
Yeah, it's like this. We're talking about like the genre of like white people with problems. It's like my favorite genre.
I love it all day, and I'm like, I don't need to be represented. That's fine. That's y'all's life. I just want to look into it, sort of anthropologically, and really get into it.
Why are there no black people here? I was like,
we're good.
I'm fine.
We're
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah, we'll have our own shows. So where we left off. They were she confessed to Chuck and Nate what she had done. So now they pull up to the wedding parties, the rehearsal dinner. And Lily rips into Serena's ass. Yeah. I thought she was going to take off her belt and start whooping her.
Oh, my God. She was furious.
That was brutal.
On the day of my wedding?
Yeah. She's like, you're a little slut.
Yeah. She was like, I watched your little tape. Okay? Also, kudos to her for being technologically sound enough to put a flash drive into a computer and play the video on it. My mom would not have been able to do that.
Yeah.
Not in 2007, no.
You know what's weird? I wonder if this was bad writing or just like convenient writing, but I did kind of was like, why did she go look, like how did she know to go look in that drawer right there?
That she said I've done this a bunch of times.
Oh, like is that like her like, shit, maybe that's where she stashed like drugs and shit or something.
Probably. She always put stuff in that one drawer.
Yeah, because I was like, she really just walked up in there like, here it is, the thing I'm looking for. But,
exactly. I know this has to be something.
Yeah,
it's got this note attached.
And it literally said, "Watch me."
Watch.
She's like, "Okay."
Yeah, I'll do as such.
Oh my God. But she ripped into her, man. Woo.
Yeah. So Dan shows up at the Big Roof Dog show with Harriet the Spy. Lisa Loeb is there, a nice celebrity cameo.
It was great.
I immediately said, Lisa Loeb is Gossip Girl.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you were thinking?
Immediately.
Say more about that.
Don't tell me otherwise. But every episode, we always name Gossip Girl the one black person on the show. Because it's always like a role in service where they're like the person who works at the hotel. They work at the
they like, but they're beeping, they get all the info because they're watching it.
They're watching everything. They're seeing the same thing we just said about watching rich white people problems. They're doing that.
Yeah,
they work at the stores. Bendels, they always be at Bendels.
So true.
And then,
Bendels and One Oak.
Okay, so that's Gossip Girl. But this episode, I got thrown for a loop. Gossip Girl is in fact white. Her name is Lisa Loeb.
100%.
Oh man, but yeah, that concert was wild. It for some reason the way that stage was set up, it looked like. What is this? Because it looked like kind of like
well, it was for a TV show. It was
is that what it was?
Yeah, VH1 Honors.
It looked like a triple cam joint.
It was a 3-camera comedy.
Yeah.
They set it up. It was like a VH1 classic.
Got it.
Remember the 90s?
Yeah.
Lisa Loeb and Big Roof Dog.
You say. That song was jamming. Like, I jumped out my seat. I was like, only here when I want to, in my mind to. I literally like watched that whole video after the episode. The actual video.
Yeah.
Of that
and she looked
song.
exactly the same.
She did, yeah.
You better work, Lisa.
Yeah.
I love her.
She looks like that comedian, too. Her and that comedian.
Yes.
What's that lady's name?
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking. Janine?
Not Janine Garofalo.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Not
who are
her.
you thinking of?
AK, will you Google comedian that looks like Lisa Loeb?
Okay.
I bet you it'll pop up because there was like a Geico commercial or something.
She's like typing real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does look familiar because when I first saw her name, I thought it was I didn't realize it was the Lisa Loeb from
The Lisa Loeb of Loeb fame. So then they walking through the audience and some girl in the audience is like, Georgina! And Dan's like, why?
Yeah.
Looks like the girl knows you, but that's impossible because your name is Sarah.
She was so dumb. Oh my god! And Georgina's so funny. Like she just or her spy, whatever. She's like, I don't know that girl.
I don't know who that is.
This lies out her ass. Like,
Yeah.
Wonderful physical performance too. She just like clams up and she's just like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so
She's
funny.
really
Like, it's
good,
like this is how you know she's crazy. Because like, why would you think this would work? Like, like, this is no way you are not gonna like this information's not gonna come out.
Yeah.
You hanging with this cat everywhere you go. Like,
And it almost hit the fan in this, and this is where this episode starts getting crazy for me.
yeah.
Because
it was wild. This
So-
whole it ramped up after this.
Yes.
I put in my notes, Serena is putting him in all types of danger. This woman is clearly insane.
Yes.
Like, she'll do anything. She gonna drug him or something tonight. And then Nate calls Vanessa, and she's like, yeah, Sarah's here. He's like, Sarah's there? Sarah? That's not Sarah, that's Georgina. And he breaks down the whole thing. We'll be right there. And then he calls Blair, and he tells her, and he's like, I'm on my way to Queens to meet Vanessa. Not that I owe you any type of explanation. He's like, then stop explaining.
Yeah. He's
Like
like,
doing it.
But if you want to come on down,
If you want to come on down there and watch me with my new
Also, I
lady,
feel like Nate
Vanessa.
was this, because Nate has a big ass mouth. I think he was this close to being like telling Vanessa, like, yeah, because Serena killed somebody. Like, I think he was like literally about to say that shit.
All right.
I was like, oh
Long
my
story
God.
short, and I don't want to say too much about it, but Serena killed somebody and she did it with jail. But,
You can't tell Nate nothing.
yeah.
Oh my
They
God.
be talking, that's why. He was like, I'm on my way to
mouth.
Queens to meet up with Vanessa. Not that I owe you any explanation. It's like, well, stop
Right.
explaining, you fucking asshole.
Oh my
He's
God.
a funny dude. So he tells her that Georgina's at the concert and they on their way. They mobilize it. Like, Blair is like, regulators, mount up. And Chuck Bass is like, let's get the bitch.
So
Oh
good.
my God.
But
I wrote
then-
that quote down. Yeah, that was.
They go
that
back
was
to the
crazy.
concert, and Vanessa walks up to Georgina, Sarah, Georgina, if that is your real name. And then, like, Dan, we don't like liars around here. So get it together in the amount of time that it's going to take everybody to get down here
Yeah.
so you can leave and go do some other shit.
Why would
It's
she
like,
do
Vanessa,
that?
I need you over here to help this guitar stuff.
Yeah, where's the set list? You know what? I'll get the set list. You stay here. Like,
So ridiculous.
Vanessa was wild.
yeah, she was doing too. That I was like, Vanessa, come on, man. Like, he told you, like, we on the way.
Yeah.
Don't give her a chance to leave. Why would you confront her? And you ain't gonna fight her or something like that. That's crazy.
Vanessa don't give a fuck. I feel like you
she
can't tell
don't.
Vanessa nothing. Like, you can't tell her what to do. Like,
What do you think of Vanessa? Because I like her on the show until this moment.
Okay, Vanessa pisses me off because she acts like she's so above like everything that's going on in the concerts world, but in reality, she's desperate to be a part of it. Like even this Georgina thing, this has nothing to do with you, but she just
Right.
like likes the mess, but wants to feel morally superior, and that pisses me off.
Okay,
That's all
okay.
I'll say.
that is a
Now I have
great
another
take on
question for you.
Vanessa.
I thought
That
about
is
this a lot.
exactly Vanessa. Because she's always like, I'm the one, in the streets, but then it's like, you doing the shit too. Like,
Yeah.
you're part of
Dating
this shit.
Nate, you cannot talk about being like Nate is the epitome of that. She just
Yeah.
like, and what does she mean by we don't like liars? Like who's we?
Yeah.
Like what is she even
They not
implying?
your friends.
They're not even
Like-
your friends, or are they? Like she's just fake.
Yeah. So
don't know.
I'm anxious to see because this first season hasn't when she first came around, there was like some tension with that, but now it's just like she's just a girl who doesn't go to school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and she's like makes documentaries at this point, right? And like works
I'm
at
like-
a coffee shop or something.
and his best friends with Rufus.
But yeah, this grown man. She has a lot in season 2, so can't wait
And
to
also,
hear what you think of that.
She talking about liars. Tell me if I'm wrong about this, guys, but like, she hasn't told Dan that she's fucking Nate.
Yeah.
Has she told him that?
That's so true.
I think he saw. Him and Blair saw at the same time, remember?
Oh, but she don't know that though. But
Oh,
she
yeah.
didn't tell it because I feel like she's talking like she kind of being hypocritical because she was like, we don't like liars, even though she knows
See?
she ain't gonna
See?
tell Dan that she's hooking up with Nate like
Yeah.
that. I mean, because I'm sure that's gonna come out at some point. But I understand why also Vanessa was just like, what the fuck? Who is this man? Like, just like you out here trying to trick us?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was wild. But she looked like she was finna go off on Georgina, but she had to go handle Rufus' concert.
Yeah,
She had a set list.
she need to get his set
And
list.
what do you
You know.
mean by set list? He has one song.
Yeah, he
What's
played
the
it.
set list?
Yeah, it was.
He literally has one song.
You're right. Yeah, that was it. Then he ran off stage. Oh my god,
That shit was crazy. Georgina. Okay, so Georgina concocts a whole story about it, and she's crying, talking about, I had to change my name because my ex-boyfriend came to my house. And my house was trashed, and
She's
Dan's
good.
like,
She came up with that real quick.
Yeah,
I said,
and-
this is a star right here.
yes,
Yeah.
she knows Dan's heart.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows that he's immediately on her side. This was making me mad, and let me know if you. So like, immediately when I'm seeing her doing this, and I'm seeing Dan like kind of ruminate, I was thinking that they were gonna. If I had wrote this scene,
Okay, let's go.
I was gonna have them come in at that point and go, "Stop, imposter," and Dan stand up and be like, "This is my new girlfriend. You hurt me today, Serena.
yeah.
You're not gonna get Sarah. I'm gonna call you Sarah." Like,
Yeah, that's
like
so true.
shit like that.
She's Sarah to me.
She Sarah to
Yeah.
me. Like that's what some shit that
Absolutely.
was. I'm glad that didn't happen.
But that's very to his character. He's like a Captain Save-A-Ho. That's
Yes.
his thing.
Yes.
Any woman, and that's the thing with him and his little sister too. Is he just like feels ownership over like women in peril? It's like it's not your business.
Wow.
But
Lonely
his little
boy.
sister, I get protecting the little sister.
I guess so, but again, keep watching. You're gonna see some stuff.
No, I mean she done pissed me. I was happy that she wasn't in this episode because I liked her at the beginning. I liked the whole Humphrey
Yeah.
family, but Jenny.
It's
She was
breaking down.
being way
That's
too
true.
disrespectful to Roof Dog. Last
He
week.
is.
I didn't
It's like
that.
he's a single parent. Give him a freaking break.
Yeah.
All this shit.
She was doing the most.
Oh man, but yeah, so they walked out together, huh? That was
Yeah, he's like, you want to get out of here, go somewhere quieter? I'm like, no.
Damn, no. I know. I was mad at him for that, but I was also like, it's like I kept trying to. Man, I was like, he does think that his girl just cheated on him.
Yeah.
He's probably like,
he's
you know,
in
he's on
disarray.
a disarray. Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody shows up to the
Disarray.
concert looking for Dan and Georgina. They left, and
The
they
scene was
gone.
so chaotic. Like,
Yeah.
But where's Dan? Dan here? I think he might be here. He
Yeah.
must be here, right?
Georgina left. She's gone.
Yeah.
But Dan is here. Let's go look for Dan. We can't look for Georgina. She's gone.
Is Rufus on stage? Is that song? Is that the same song he's playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
then we have to
He
watch
played that
the
all time.
whole
Is that Lisa Lowe?
song.
Yeah.
Lisa Lowe, Gospel Girl?
Yeah. See, I think I was a girl. Yeah, this sound nerve. Lisa Lowe.
Lisa
That'd be
Lowe.
funny if that one girl was like, they should do a tag where that girl who called out Georgina is like, I can't believe that motherfucker act like she ain't know me.
If Lamar had wrote the movie,
Yeah.
we cut to a scene, of the crowd, and they like jamming the Rufus and shit, and the girl's not dancing. She goes, "Why are you dancing? It's your favorite Rufus song." And she goes, "I'm just mad Georgina act like she ain't know me."
Hey man, fuck Georgina. You know she lost her virginity to Chuck Bass.
Yeah, in the 6th grade,
Oh
it was
my
12.
God.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Rufus on stage. If you take a piece of me and a piece of me too. Whatever. How the song go, April?
Yeah.
Every time you walk away, I wonder why you take a piece of me when you're down.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was great. It was like, I was like, that's what this music sounds like.
Yeah, I was mad.
There's such a build up, and then it's just trash
Yeah.
90s indie rock.
drummer doing this.
Trash.
Like, wow. Oh, man. But then my favorite scene in this whole movie
shit.
when Lily was in the backstage, like, she had her cell phone about to call Bass Daddy,
Yeah.
and she was like, I know that voice.
I know that song. I know that song anywhere.
Yeah.
And she
I
walking
can't believe
in.
it.
She was getting
And
all
he
high
sees
and
her.
heavy.
Yeah, and he sees her. He sees her on the sideline. He's looking around. He don't see Dan. He
Yeah,
don't see
bro.
Dan in the front row where he's supposed to be. And he see Lily over there. And then he's like, every time you walk away. He starts strumming. All his guitar strings pop. Patang, patang, patang.
He wouldn't even blink. Like, that was so
Yeah.
intense.
And then Lisa Lowe came back on stage like, damn, Rufus, you want an encore. He's amazing. He mushed her in the face.
Get out my way.
Get out of my way, Lisa Lowe. I got to start talking to you, Lisa Lowe.
Oh my God.
I got to go see it, and then they go outside. They finally get their kids popping off. I like that.
That was great. Oh, that was a great moment. I was so glad. Like this shit, I was like, I forgot that they got together right there.
Yeah.
They have
Oh.
good chemistry, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Lily,
wanted to happen. At first, I hated her in the
Oh,
first couple
really?
episodes. I couldn't stand
Wait,
her.
what's your deal with Lily?
She was just annoying and
Okay.
rich shit.
Yeah.
And then Rufus was such a good dude. And,
Yeah.
and like, but then I was like, oh, I like them together. I
Mhm.
want,
Yeah.
I
I like
want
them together.
Dan and Serena to be
Yeah, the
Stepbrother and sister.
Yeah, Lily, because she starts off like she's like quintessential like rich white lady.
Yeah.
But she got heart. She got heart.
She does have heart.
She got heart.
She got Hort.
for sure.
She got Hort.
Yeah, she had what? Did we skip something? Was she
Nah, that was the episode at the end. It came up, but we didn't talk about
when she went to go make Serena go talk to the parents. She had to go talk to the parents of the kids.
Yes, we did. I did skip that. So she had to go talk to the parents of the dude who died, which is a crazy thing to do.
And she didn't ask her. She was like, I called them. They're waiting for your ass.
Yeah.
Go in there.
Go in there.
I was like,
damn,
Lily. Yeah, every time she tries to parent, it's so jarring because she never does it. And then once a season, she's like, Serena, listen.
Yeah.
Oh, are you a mother? I didn't
You
realize.
go talk to the parents of this kid you killed.
That's a lot.
I don't know what's going to happen. They might get mad. They might kill you.
I don't know. I'll be in the car waiting.
I'm just waiting. If you don't come back out, I'm assuming you're dead.
And then I'm going to drive off. She goes, please tell Dan I died. I have to go see Dan. Oh, Dan.
Serena is a fool, man.
She is.
The journey she takes us on. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God. But I was glad she, I'm glad she took care of that. And they say they're not gonna hold her. They're not gonna arrest her. I guess. I mean, she didn't really do shit. But
So at the beginning, I was Team Serena because Blair was just too much for me.
Oh my God.
And then he was like, "Team, you're gonna switch it up. You're gonna switch it up." And while like I said, I still have not gone over to Team Blair, but I definitely am off Serena. She gets on my nerves.
I would die for Blair Waldorf.
yeah, so you Team Blair, right?
From the very first moment, I think I saw myself in Blair because, especially at that age, as a teenager, I was such a little bitch. But it was the same issues where it was like trouble at home, trouble at home, and then you just kind of So I love Blair, and I just think it's not fair.
Maybe
it takes a while. I think you'll come around. Like Blair's still she's working out some stuff, but. You'll see. She's the homie. Even I like how she riding for Serena. Like she's like, man, fuck that. We about to go get Georgina.
She's still a good friend, even if she's mad jealous of Serena for being blonde. I guess. What's her thing?
Yeah, I can't believe she was blonde and I wasn't.
How dare she be blonde?
Chuck had a great. Nate was like, I slept with you, while I was her date. And Blair was like, can we not talk about that? And Chuck Bass said, I'll fill her in later.
Yeah.
I was like, Chuck getting his nuts off in this episode.
He was having it. He's just like, I'm having fun with this shit. He just like, oh my God.
So let me just say for a second that the casting of Harriet the Spy playing this character is great.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All the little slick shit she be doing is so Harriet the Spy.
Yeah.
So when she's on the phone with Serena, of course, Serena answers the phone in mid-conversation. Oh, my God, Dan, I can't wait to do the freaky stuff we do tonight. It's me, Georgina.
Oh, my God.
You're with Dan. I swear, have you heard him? And he's walking. She's like, you need to. Oh, I'm getting back at you. You told our secret, huh? Well, I'm getting revenge. You see what phone I'm calling from? Yeah. And then Dan walk up with them New York coffee cups, the blue and white joint. And then and she hangs up the phone and she clicks the battery out of the phone and tosses it. And then puts the phone back in his pocket.
She's good.
That is so cold.
It's like, you trying to, let's go back to my house and make whoopee.
Yeah. She was like, it's not what I'm going to do. It's who I'm going to do it with.
And then it's what I'm going to do. Because I'm going to suck fire out of his
He's like, I'm going to suck the fire out of his asshole. Like, what?
He was so close to her when she was saying that, too. Like, she cut it real close. She was like 10 feet away. She's like, and I'm going to suck his dick. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay, bye.
I mean, I'm happy my boy Dan is smashing Harry the Spy. That's great.
But he deserves that. He's under a lot of stress.
Yeah, a lot of stress.
He still don't know that whole girl ain't cheated on him.
Yeah, but I hope he don't fall for her. I'm anxious for this season finale.
Oh my God, yeah, that was great. That moment when she did because I was like, oh, he ain't really kissing her. She kind of did the little but then when they had that beat, when they pulled back, and he was like, fuck it, he just went in. I was like, man, Humphrey.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that he went that hard, that quick. Like, I understand he's under a lot of stress, but to me, I thought Dan would have been like, I just can't today. Like,
that's
today's
true.
Yeah, because he just seemed exhausted.
Like, nah, Dan was like, no, I'm horny, and I am going to.
I wonder if he even smashed. I can't remember. Did they hook up? Well, we don't have to talk about that.
Well, stuff happened. Yeah, we'll get into it later.
Okay.
Is it the next episode?
Okay, I don't remember what Georgina. Oh, I do remember what happens with Georgina in the finale. Just tune in.
I'm gonna watch.
No,
I wanna watch.
I
I
will
wanna
never
watch it.
spoil you on this show. It's too good.
I want to see her get shot like in a drive-by.
Like pretty much.
It's like just strays, the stray bullets.
Yeah, no, like on like Serena out the cab, like
She got her middle fingers out like Tupac and they got in the Range Rover. Like, fuck you.
From the Upper East Side, bitch.
you don't fuck my man. Oh man! So, what do you rate this episode? What are your final thoughts on this episode, April?
Okay, this episode is the top one. I think in general, Gossip Girl does great with the penultimate. They really set up the dice, and they're just wonderful. This episode's a freaking 9.5 out of 10, and it got everything. It got mess.
Oh, we didn't tell her our
the rating system. We gotta let you know. Yeah, so it's XOXO, right?
Oh, that's right.
So 5 XOXOs is like a 10.
And then sometimes you do half. That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
I am a fan of the show. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so this is now I'm doing math. It's an XOXOX. Is that right?
No. You got to count. How many XOs is it? Is
Wait,
5? You giving it a 5?
Someone else do it as an example for me.
All right. So I'm gonna get this 5XO because I was so hungover today, and I watched the episode, and that shit woke me the fuck up. I was like, I love this show, and cause you know why I like this episode? Because I was thinking about you, Carl. Because I was like, I'm so happy Carl's watching this episode because this is like I know he's fucking with this right now, and I was like, because this show is fucking good. So 5 XOs, XOXO. So this is how we do it. So it's 5 XOs. You ready?
Yeah.
XOXO, 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 XOXO. 5 XOs, baby. All right, so you ready? What you got on there?
Okay, I too as well agree 5 XOXO. So now we have to do this again.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, say it with it. Ready?
XOXO.
XOXO, 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 XOXO.
Okay. Because one of my favorite characters in this episode made me mad.
Okay.
Dan. And he was being stupid in moments where I thought that he wasn't going to be stupid. Also, Vanessa ruined that. That made me upset. So from my heart, I'm going to give this episode 4.98 XOXOs. Okay.
Oh, that's such a close one.
XOXO. 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 XOXO.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
Interesting metric.
This is how it goes down at the King Royalty, the Gossip Royalty. Shout out to the rating system we came up with.
Very complicated.
Man, what a fucking humdinger, though. We only got one more. Is it one more or 2 more? Yeah, one more episode of this whole season.
You ready for that?
Anya cannot wait for it to be over.
Yeah. We're going to take a 3-month hiatus. Okay, check it out. I got some news articles, and we're going to wrap this up, all right? So, lots going on in the news. We know it's a big world out there. All right, what's going on in L.A. right now. So, the L.A. Police Department, they want to reduce the speed limit on 77 streets by 5 miles. So they trying to get us to slow down, y'all. So my question is, who needs to slow down in this show?
That's wonderful. Okay, I really got to think about this. Who needs to just a general statement. Who needs to slow down? Okay.
Think about it.
I think Dan needs to slow down.
Yeah.
He jumped to some real conclusions this week. He really needs to sit and think about. He's been with Serena for a long time at this point, the entire school year. Yeah. Like, do you really think she would just cheat on you? Like, just give her the benefit of the doubt. He needs to slow down.
Okay. I think he needs to slow down a different reason.
Okay, let's go.
I think he definitely needs to speed up the process of breaking up with Serena. She sucks. But I do think he needs to slow down with Harriet the Spy.
Yeah.
Because she's going to kill him.
Yeah.
That's what I know. It's not going to happen because I've seen him in the ads for the season 2. But I feel like this finale,
he makes it out alive.
She's gonna she gonna beat him up. She gonna tie him up or something to the bed and like whip him and break glass lamps over his head or something. Yeah. Like the sex is gonna be way too freaky and it's gonna border on danger. And he
need to slow down.
He does.
I feel that, or he definitely need to break up with Serena for sure. But I think you're right. Now that you said that, April, I'm like, he's smart enough to realize that Serena was lying right there when she told him that. Because it's like, you're going to just say that in front of all your friends? Like,
he has to know. He has to. That's why he said he was out. Like, all right, man, you really ain't going to tell me the truth. Like,
that's probably how he was. He's just like, it's almost worse. Because he's like, this girl just don't trust me. I think Roof Dog needs to slow down. Because he don't know. I mean, I love him and Lily, but he's really putting his heart on the line.
She's gonna break his heart
he-
again.
Yeah, there's Lily is that's my girl, but Bass Daddy out here in these streets doing things. You know what I'm saying? So Bass Daddy, he ain't going nowhere. You think he just gonna step aside, big roof dog?
And you got money. Like, Lily needs to think about the future. Come on.
And I'm
There's
sure
a
he's
bag on the
connected to the
table.
mafia. Yeah.
She already got her own money though. She's got her own
That's true.
money.
She's got from all the ex-husbands and stuff. But Bart Bass, I mean, he's the future.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, he's the future of Bart Bass in the
I
streets.
wonder if Melania Trump has a roof dog.
Oh,
Back in her
yeah.
home country.
Oh, I bet.
Her
I
home
bet.
country, yeah.
Yeah, she's like the one that got away.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so I think Roof, dog, and I think who needs this? I think Nate needs to speed up. I'm fucking with him and Vanessa. I think
like
that's
that. I like
a vibe. All right, so
like
what
to
else
see
is
that.
going on is it's a rough news cycle.
Okay,
I just like there's only the news that didn't have anything to do with the war going on right now. All right, so then Rick Ross, he got roasted because he was riding a camel.
But he's a farmer now, right? Is it related to the farm?
I think
he got
so.
a camel on his farm?
I
That's
don't know.
not a farm animal.
I just saw the headline and I was like, I have to write this down.
That's wonderful.
So I guess my question is, who would be roasted for riding a camel?
What are you doing?
I don't know how to do this segment. Yeah. Who gonna ride a camel in the
Who would ride a
episode?
camel?
Well, I guess Mama Waldorf, she did that appropriation party she did way back.
Oh yeah, Mama Waldorf.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the party? Why don't
She
I
had like
remember
belly,
this?
belly dancers and shit.
Oh yeah, that
And she was
happens
like-
more
And they
than
was all
once.
talking about some Assalamu
Assalamu
Alaikum.
alaikum.
Yeah.
Craziness.
For
So
sure,
yes,
for
Mama
sure.
Waldorf, Mama Waldorf would definitely be riding the camel.
Yes, I see
Yeah.
that.
Get roasted for it in the trades on page 6.
I can see Vanessa on a camel doing like study abroad in Egypt and
Yeah,
be
I
like,
can
I
see
picked
that.
an African country to be different. Like
Yeah.
she just thinks she's different.
I would
She
think she's
thinks
happy
she's
that
so
she's in
tight.
school because she's a child,
That's true.
Yeah.
and children should go to school.
I wonder if she's like the dude. I mean, I don't know if y'all seen Power, but that dude in Power he found out he was 25. He was like, or it was like, you're actually not 19, you're not 18, you're 23. I wonder if that's happening to Vanessa, where she's like actually like 23 years old but doesn't realize it. So okay, so that was a tricky one, but
No, I like it.
Well, we did our best for sure.
all right, so
favorite.
here's some good news for y'all. Especially this goes out to all the college homies out there who are in debt. So Navient, I don't know if y'all remember Navient. If you got student loan debt, you know Navient because they be all up in
Yeah,
your fucking
yeah.
mailbox. So Navient,
The new Sally Mae.
yeah, that's the new. They took over Sally Mae.
Yeah.
Sally Mae was like, damn, Navient. They like the. I don't have a metaphor for that.
Sally
All
Mae
right.
got caught up not being able to track everybody down for
Yeah,
their student loans, and Navient was like, "Oh, we got it."
we got this.
They got their
Sally,
regular.
Sally Mae, is it? Why don't you sit down for a second? Okay, so Navient, but they got caught up too. That's what I'm about to tell y'all. Navient got caught up. They was doing bad loan practices, so now they're gonna have to forgive all their loan debt. So if you out there with Navient, make sure you look into
You
that.
bullshitting.
This is
Wait,
real
all
shit.
of it?
I don't know, like
That would be
if it's
wonderful.
like
Yeah, that'd
if
be
it's
great.
like
I don't
everybody,
know
or
if
if it's like whoever the loan practices was bad with, or whatever.
Terrible with me.
But they definitely are having to do some forgiveness shit out there. So I'm gonna look into it because I
Yeah.
got hella
Yeah.
debt. I think I'm like
Absolutely.
20K out there
20K. I only have 3,500, but I refuse to pay it.
because I'm waiting for shit like this because I
Yeah.
feel like they all fucked us and they were predatory.
Yeah.
And I feel like at some point they're gonna be like, y'all don't gotta pay this
Yeah,
shit.
man.
Yeah,
Especially as a student athlete, they was definitely like, we don't make any money,
right.
so they was like, yeah, you could just get a little grant out and then take this loan right here, sign up for this.
Yeah.
This $3,000 check. This will get you through the rest of the
Yeah,
school
like
year.
that has
Oh
to
my
be
God.
illegal.
I'm
Like,
okay,
It has to
they
be.
basically take advantage of you. Like, so my question is, who has student loan? Not playing. Who has debt? Like, I guess this made me think was like, who would be the work? Like, my question is, who do y'all would not let borrow money from you because you don't think they'll pay you back?
Nate's dad.
Nate's
Oh,
dad,
yeah,
for
of
sure.
course.
Yeah.
He's a broke
Big Archibald.
I think
scammer.
Chuck wouldn't pay you back just because he doesn't
Really?
understand the value of $1.
Like, he would
Yeah.
be like, I got it, but I just like on my time I'll give it back.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
And he give it back to you in a stupid way. He
yeah,
put it in a cage at the bottom of the Hudson River.
yeah, you'll find it.
You'll find it.
Absolutely.
Your money's there.
Yeah,
You just
I
have
would
to dig
let.
for it.
Chuck.
And it's like in a snake pit.
Yeah.
You just have to dig for it. It's slithering down there somewhere.
I feel like Lil J wouldn't pay my ass back either.
Oh, yeah.
Little Jay.
He's
I
a
don't
broke
want to
ass.
pawn my sewing machine.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
she's
the
like,
sewing machine drama. Ugh.
oh, it's wild, man. So that's the news for this week. Stay up on your news, y'all, because there's a lot going on in the world. All right.
A lot going on in the world. maybe you can get your student loans paid for. That's important.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get mine paid for. I don't want to pay him. I've been holding off for a long time.
I'm not paying that shit. I was 17. Like, we all say things at 17.
Yeah,
I'm not paying that shit.
Like, what's wrong with them? This is crazy.
That's going to do it for another episode of XOXO Gossip Kings. Please give a special shout out to our illustrious gossip queen, Miss April Quioh.
Thank you so much.
She's joined us, our first guest of the series of the show.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
plug
me.
whatever you want to plug.
Oh my God. Okay. Follow me on Twitter. My name is April Quioh on there. I tweet about pop stars almost exclusively. So if you want to hear my thoughts about what Dua Lipa is up to, absolutely follow me. And yeah, look out for Loot later this year on Apple TV. It might also have a different name at that point. I'm not sure. But the one starring Maya Rudolph.
I'm very excited about that
show. Sounds like
show.
Loot's going to be a hoot.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having me. This is a blast.
Man, it's so
Thank
fun.
you for being here.
Of course.
Please follow us on our Instagram page, XOXO Gospel Kings _podcast.
Don't forget the underscore.
Send us your
Crucial.
listener spotters. We're going to get back to reading those. Fill our inboxes up with those. Make sure you rate and review on Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. Leave a nice message to us. And yeah, Lamar, anything to add?
Man, no.
For Lamar Woods and April Quioh and AK-47 and Clay.
Big Clay.
Big Clay back there.
And Clay molded like Clay. He molded this whole setup. That's why they call him Clay.
That's why.
Mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. Mama named him Casey. I'm gonna call him Clay.
He's like, can we call him Clay, please? No, it's Casey.
We will see you next week.
Woo! Peace.
That was a Headgum podcast.